What's up everyone? In this video I'm going to talk about my Nikon Z6. I've owned it for about a year now, and here's my 1 year review on the Nikon Z6. So the Nikon Z6 was released in late of 2018. Both the Nikon Z6 and the Z7 was Nikon's first full-frame mirrorless camera. Quick specs on the Nikon Z6: it has a 24.5 megapixel full-frame sensor. It also has a hybrid AF autofocus system with 273 phase detect points, and that's a lot. It does shoot 12 FPS, it does do video recording, and it does have a single card slot, not a dual card slot. So there's a lot of good things about the Nikon Z6 that I like, and I'll just go through a few things that I like about the Nikon Z6. The Z6 has amazing video autofocus for a Nikon camera. I've read and heard that it's pretty close to the Sony and Canons, so that's how good the Z system is. The FTZ mount to use the G lenses, the EVF live view, and the tilting LCD screen. And those are just a few things I like about the Nikon Z6. So on to a few bad things about the Nikon Z6. It's not too bad, but the Nikon Z6 does use XQD cards only. And I know right now XQD cards are really expensive. It doesn't use SD cards, it does not use CF cards, and it does not use the micro SD cards. You have to get XQD cards for the Nikon Z6. Luckily, you can only use one slot, you don't have to use two slots. And I'll have links below on where you can buy the XQD cards. Another bad thing about the Nikon Z6 right now, I'm on version 3.0, but when I was on version 1.0, and it still happens from time to time on version 3.0, the AF is a little bit tacky, so just pay attention on which autofocus mode you're on, because it is a little tacky and takes some time to learn to, but the autofocus system on the Nikon Z6 is still really good. Another bad thing about the Nikon Z6 or any mirrorless camera is the battery. I've used my Nikon Z6 during weddings and car shoots, car events, and it does drain the battery pretty fast since you will be using the EVF and the live view LCD screen most times. So just make sure you get an extra battery or two, because I've been at car events for about 4 to 5 hours. I've gotten close to about 600 to 700 shots, and I always get to my second battery. So the Nikon Z6 is only a 2-year-old camera, but it still holds up extremely well. The video quality is excellent. The slow motion is amazing to have. Just the video options alone are amazing, since you have the options to choose 4K resolution, slow motion, and different frame rates. So for photography, I feel like the 273 AF points is way more than enough. I used to have a Nikon D40, and that thing only had 3 autofocus points. The Nikon Z6's autofocus is really fast. ISO, the low light performance on the Nikon Z6 is really good too. I'm not afraid to use ISO 3200 to 8000 at all. Also, with the FTZ adapter mount, you can pretty much use any Nikon F mount lenses, but only the more modern Nikon G lenses like the 85mm 1.8G or the 35mm 1.8G DX lens will autofocus. If you have a Nikon D lens that is non-AFS, the lens will not autofocus with FTZ adapter. Heck, even the Nikon 18-70 attached to the FTZ will work on the Nikon Z6. Anyways, the Nikon Z6 with the FTZ adapter with a prime Nikon G lens is an excellent combo. Video is amazing, but if you do have the G lenses attached to the Nikon Z6, the G lenses will make some sound like here. I love this Z6 much more than I love my old Nikon D750, and the Nikon D750 still holds up to this day too. Like I said before, the video autofocusing is still really good, the image quality is excellent, the size and weight of the Nikon Z6 is actually lighter and more portable than a DSLR. As you can see here, comparing my Nikon Z6 to a Nikon D300S, and comparing it with the Nikon Z6 to the Nikon D60. So if you're looking to upgrade to a Nikon full-frame mirrorless system, I would highly suggest the Nikon Z6. It's such a capable camera right now just because of all the tech it has. And I really believe that it's going to be a really good camera for a really long time. I really think this is the Nikon D700 of the mirrorless systems right now. So if you have the Nikon Z6 or the Z7, comment below and let me know what you think about it. I'll have links below where you can purchase a Nikon Z6. I actually bought the Nikon Z6 and 24-70 kit, so I'll have both of those links below if you want just to buy the body only, or you want to buy the 24-70 kit. If you're thinking about getting a Nikon Z6, comment some questions below and I'll try my best to answer too. So yeah, that's what I think about the Nikon Z6. It's an excellent camera. I love it. I use it for vlogging. I use it for doing videos. I use it for pictures. It's an excellent camera camera for everyday use. It's portable, it's small. Like I said, it's an excellent camera, especially if you're just getting started with the full frame mirrorless cameras. So yeah, I want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please like it and please subscribe. And if you have any questions, please comment below and I'll try my best to answer. And yeah, thanks for watching everyone. See ya.